Hello students, welcome to this session. I've just solved this JEE Main Test 96 and here's the analysis of the physics part. In this paper, this question number 12, I think the data is not appropriate. The question is vague. Question number 18, it's better not to solve in the exam time. This is a subjective type JEE advanced problem. You will waste a lot of time in this. And in the third, they have given a blunder in the solution. There is no option that is correct. Apart from that, the paper is, you can see 3 were tough, 8 were easy and 14 were medium. So paper was overall, it's okay, but some questions I think they are also fed up with giving so many tests. They are short of questions, they are, let's say, flooding it with any question from anywhere without thinking too much. So now I feel that there's much sense left in doing these NT Abhyas tests in the last days. I'll advise you to stick to the previous year JEE Main questions. That would be more productive, fruitful for you to practice in the last time. So going by my style, 8 and 7.5 of that is 15 questions. So 8 and 7, 15, 60 marks should be scoreable, assuming you don't get waste your time in these 3 questions, and 60 would be easily achievable. Those doing good should get 80, 85 plus in this paper. Light of wavelength 600 nanometer incident normally on a slit of width 0.2 mm. The angular width of central maxima in the diffraction pattern you know is equal to 2 lambda by A. Put it here, 600 into 10 to the power minus 9, 2 into 10 to the power minus 4, 2 and 2 goes, it would be 6, 4, 6, 9, this is 10 to the power minus 3 radian. So go for option A. Next. Flexible wire is bent in the form of a circle, is placed in the uniform magnetic field normal to the plane of the coil. Radius of the coil is changing. So radius of the coil is changing, so what is the magnitude of the induced EMF? So look at the figure, here and here radius is constant, so here induced EMF will be 0, here it will be 0, it will be only here. And here, because radius is increasing at a uniform rate, we write E is equal to minus d phi by dt. So here B is constant, so it is minus B dA by dt, and you know area is pi r square, so I can write it as minus B into 2 pi r dr by dt, and since it is a straight line, this thing is constant and it is varying linearly, so E will also vary linearly in the region 1 to 2. Now look at the option, the first one is definitely wrong because EMF is 0 in the first and third section. D is also wrong, B and C, B will I go because it will be varying linearly as I showed to you. So nice question. Next one. You have a wheel of radius 0.4 meter, it can rotate freely about its axis. String is wrapped over its rim on a mass of 4 kg. His angular acceleration of 8 radian per second square is produced. Find the MI of the wheel. So what would be the figure here? Let's say this is the wheel and this is the mass attached. This is M and let's say this is I here. So the shortcut way of doing is complete them as a rotating system and assume it is attached to the rim here. So I can directly apply this torque mgr on the complete rotating system, and I can directly write alpha would be equal to the torque mgr upon I of the system. I of the system is I of the wheel plus of this mass, I will write it as mr square. So what we have, alpha is 8, m is 4 into 10, radius is 0.4, I of the wheel we are searching for plus 4 into 0.4 whole square. So if I do this, this is 40 into 0.4, 16 and 8, so it would be 1 and it would be 2. I wheel plus I can write it as 4 into 0.16. So what we have, I of the wheel plus 0.64 is equal to 2. So I of the wheel is equal to 1.36 kg meter square, which is the option. I don't find anyone. And what they have done, okay, they have done a blunder. They have forgotten that this will also have some moment of inertia. So it's a very, very careless mistake on the part of whoever who has designed. It should be 1.36. So for me, it's bonus. Next. A U-tube has a liquid of density rho naught at 0 degree. In the two limbs, they are capped at L1 and L2 at a constant temperature T1 and T2. Okay. Then the cubical expansion coefficient, that is gamma. So lengths will be different because temperature are different. We know at the bottom the pressure must be same. So P1 at the bottom should be equal to P2 bottom. So we can equate the gauge pressures. That means rho 1 G L1 is rho 2 G L2. That means rho 1 upon rho 2 is equal to L2 upon L1. And you know density is inverse to volume. I can write it as V2 by V1. So using that coefficient thing, V2 would be V at 0 degree into 1 plus gamma T1. T2, sorry. And it is V at 0 degree into 1 plus gamma T1. This goes. Now solve it. It is L1, sorry. L2 plus L2 gamma T1 is L1 plus L1 gamma T2. So L2 minus L1 would be L1 T2 minus L2 T1 into gamma. So gamma comes out as L2 minus L1 upon L1 T2 minus L2 T1. Check it. It might be L1 minus L2 also. It would be, no, this one, this is C. Yes, C is exact what we have done. So go for C. Next. Two long concentric cylindrical conductors A and B, B is less than A, are maintained at a potential difference V and carry equal and opposite currents I. Electron with a particular velocity U parallel to the axis with the will travel undeviated in the evacuated region between the conductors, then U is equal to, okay. So it is let me see, it is something like this. So they carry currents equal and opposite. So let's say one goes here, one goes here. So I can directly make in the in between region. If I take that Amperian loop, the magnetic field will only be because of this. So B would be equal to mu naught I upon 2 pi r. It would be coming either in this case it is coming towards U. It is coming towards U. This is B. Now velocity is like this. So to be undeviated, now electric field must be like that the V cross B is opposite to E. So if I am doing that V cross B, it is coming here. So E must be something like here or like that. So E V B with all three must be mutually perpendicular, that we are getting here. So we are getting perpendicular to each other. So what we have now, so B is mu naught I by 2 pi r, you know U must be equal to E by B. So now I have to find E. Now what happens here, we have given potential difference. So let's assume they have some charge densities, and we know the potential difference will depend only on the charge given to this one. So let's say if this has some charge of lambda, we can have this E in the between region would be lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught r, and V you know would be equal to EdR. If I'll do that integration, it would be lambda upon 2 pi epsilon naught 1 by r is ln. We will get something as ln of A by B or B by A, what we can write it as ln bigger 1 by smaller 1. I should write so ln of A by B. So going by this, what I can write as E in terms of V. So E is this thing. So this thing, if I can write, it is V upon ln of A r upon ln of B A by B. That is, I think, is the one I am getting, and B is mu naught I upon what we are getting 2 pi r. So what we are left with, we are left with something. What is something? 2 pi V, r and r has gone. So this is 2 pi V, and this would be mu naught I ln of A by P. That is I am getting. So is there any option? Yes, option B. Though it's a nice question. Next one. Body of mass 1 kg moving in a medium experiences a frictional force minus kV, where V is the speed of the body, initial speed is 10. After 10 second energy becomes half of the initial energy, then the value of K is. So energy becomes half, that means speed becomes 1 by root 2. So it becomes 10 to 10 by root 2. So F we can write as m dV by dt. So 1 into dV by dt is equal to minus K times V. So dV by V is minus K dt. Put the limit 0 to 10, put the limit 10 to 10 by root 2. So this would be ln V. So this would be ln of 1 by root 2. You can directly say is minus K into 10. So ln of root 2 is 10K, you can say. So K is ln root 2 by 10, or you can write it as a half of ln 2 or ln 2 by 20. You can do using your mathematics. So it would be 1 by 20 ln 2. That is option C. Uniform rectangular thin sheet ABCD, mass M has length A, breadth B. It has a shaded region HB, GO cut off. Okay, the coordinates of the CM of the remaining portion will be. Now one thing is you can determine that these three individually, this will be there, there and there, and so its coordinate I can make it out. It would be, what I can say, it would be A by 4. Yes, it would be A by 4, and it would be 3B by 4. Okay, and this would be A by 4 and B by 4. This would be 3A by 4 and B by 4. I can make it out. So XCM would be x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. So A by 4 plus A by 4 plus 3A by 4 upon 3, because all three have equal mass. So 4 4 4, 5A by 12 you get. 5A by 12, you are left with only one option. Go for A. You do that. Similarly, that will also come as 5B by 12. So this is how you will do this question number 7. Next one. You have a mole of an ideal gas taken through the process in which PV to the power x is constant, that is a polytropic one. The graph represents the variation of molar heat capacity with respect to x. The values of C and x respectively are. So we know C in this case is Cv plus R upon 1 minus x. So what we have, so C will reach infinity definitely when x approaches 1. So when x approaches 1, you can say, and what we can do when x is 0, C would be equal to Cv plus R, that is Cp. At x equal to 0, this is Cp, and going by the logic, when x is infinite, x tends to infinite, C approaches Cv, which is 3r by 2, that is it is monoatomic, so Cp becomes 5r by 2, so C dash is 5r by 2, so we are left with two options, and x dash, and this would be 0. When we say for a adiabatic process, so directly you can say x is equal to gamma for mono is 5 by 3, so we are going for option B in this case. That's a very good question, I feel, very nicely asked, very beautifully asked, you can say. Next, you have a ball of mass this having a charge of this suspended by a string. Another ball, same charge kept at a point of suspension. Determine the minimum horizontal velocity imparted so that it can make a complete revolution. Okay, so we have this is the string, there's a charge plus q here, there's a charge plus q here. How much velocity you should give it so it completes this circle? So it completes its circle. So first of all, come at the topmost point, there would be repulsive force. That repulsive is Coulombic force, that is mg, and limiting case, keep the tension to be 0 and let this speed be vt. So the limiting case, this vt minimum I can say would be like mg minus fc would be equal to mv top square by L. So what is mg? Mg is a 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. What is f coulomb? F coulomb is 9 into 10 to the power 9. Q square would be 10 to the power minus 12, and it is 0.8 square, that is 0.64. That is 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. Vt square by L is 0.8. So going by this, what we will have, this is 10 to the power minus 3. So light at 20, 10 to the power minus 3 is gone, that is 9 upon 0.64 is equal to 2. 20 by 8 is 2.5, I can write as Vt square. So 9 upon 0.64, if you can get anything common in this, I doubt we can get anything common in this, so it would be a tough one for you. So 20 into 0.64, 64 2s are 128, 12.8 minus 9, that is 3.8 into 0.64 into 2.5, you are getting under root, this is Vt. So lowest point, this human square in that case would be this V square plus 4gl, that is 3.8 upon 0.64 into 2.5 plus 4gl, 4 into 10 into what we have 0.8. So what we are getting, this is 40 into 0.8, that is 32 plus something, so it is definitely going to be greater than let me try it. So it is 38 upon 25 into 0.64. So what we will have, 25 into 0.64, it will do, let me try it, 25 4s are 100, 25 6 are 150, 160, so it would be 1.16, sorry, so it's 16, so 38 by 16, that would be 2 point something, so definitely it would be less than 36, so less than 6, it is 5.86, that is the most appropriate, you can go from here. Next one, if the area to be covered for TV telecast is doubled, then the height of the tower is to be, so what we know that D is equal to root 2 R HT. So for doubling the area, A is proportional to D square, or you can say A is proportional to HT. So for doubling, the height should be doubled in this particular case. Square coil edge I having n turns carrying a current I, it is kept on a smooth horizontal plate. Uniform field is in direction parallel to an edge. The total mass of the coil is m, the minimum value of B for which the coil will start tipping over. So it is in a horizontal plate, uniform field is existing. So what we can say, the torque that would be acting would be equal to mb, and that torque must be equal, compensate that mg torque about an edge which would be mg into a by 2. Let edge length be a. So m and m, sorry, both m are different. Don't do this mistake. This is mass and this is mu, I should write. Okay, what is mu? Mu you write as nia, so number of turns is n, so small n I should write. And area would be a square and I is I, and B is a B, and this is mg a by 2. So what we are searching for B, so B is mg upon 2 NaI, that is what I am getting, mg upon 2 NaI, what we are getting NaI, or it is given as length L. No, it doesn't given, so it should be L, so go for C in this case. Next one, piece of burnt wood has a mass 20 gram, have a 14 C activity of 4 decay per second. How long has this tree belonged to the dead? So typically we say the natural one we typically write will be, so 20 gram has an activity of 4 decay, so 1 gram will have an activity of 1 by 5 decay per second. And the logical thing that you remember is the initial one that you can talk about. Since nothing is given, no reference value is given, I think it's not right to ask this question. The typical way would be, you can say 1 gram 1 by 5 decay per second, you can say that is equal to in 1 minute 60 seconds, so 12 decay per gram per second per minute, that is you are having. And typical data that we have is 16 something you can write, or 12 or 14, the books vary quite a lot and the options are so close, so it's actually a futile question. This shouldn't have been given. I think some data is being missing, leave it, no point in wasting your precious time in this. Next one, a pendulum of length L carries a negative charge minus q on it. The bob, the positive charge is held at the point of support, then the period of the bob is. Now this is a charge minus q, this is a charge plus q, so wherever it will go, let's say check where the restoring torque, so this would be mg and this would be like this. So because it will be here, no torque would be generated, so it would still be equal to 2 pi root of L by g in this case. Next one, two rods, one semicircular and other straight of same material are joined as shown in the diagram. The points A and B are maintained at different temperatures. The ratio of the heat transferred through the semicircular to the straight rod. So simply what we can say, resistance we write it as L by K, the thermal resistance. So length will be differing. So R of that semicircular to R of the straight one would be, that length would be equal to pi R, that would be equal to 2R, that is pi by 2. And because both are in parallel, we will say H is delta T by R, since delta T is same, so what we can say, H would be inverse to R, so H in semicircular to H in straight would be inverse ratio, that would be 2 by pi, so that would be ratio would be 2 by pi, go for option A in this case. Next one, time, velocity and angular momentum are chosen as fundamental quantity, let them choose it. Then in terms of mass would be, so what we can say, so mass, angular momentum, velocity and time. So we know time is time, velocity c is Lt minus 1 and angular momentum L, that is mvr. So m is m, v is Lt minus 1, so L2 t minus 1 I can do. So get mass, we need this power L should be 1, or so sorry, angular momentum L generally we write, so L should be 1. So if L is 1, we are getting L2, so to cancel it we should have this as minus 2, and if we have this as minus 2, this would be minus 1, this would be plus 2, so what we are left with plus 1, so it should be minus 1. So T minus 1 C minus 2 L that we are getting, that is option A. I have just done by inspection method. Next, your electrons with energy 80 kilo eV are incident on tungsten target of X-ray tube. K shell electrons of tungsten have 72 kilo electronic volt energy. X-rays emitted by the tube contain only. Now since this energy is greater than this, so it can take away the electrons, transition will occur, so there will be the characteristics X-rays plus continuous X-rays always there. And what would be lambda min? Lambda min you know is Hc by EV, so Hc is 1240 upon EV, so it would be 80 into 10 to the power 3. This is nanometer, you can write about, so this goes, this is 0.124 by 8 nanometer I can go for, that is 0.01, 12 would be 44, so 0.015 nanometer I can go, or you can say 0.15 angstrom approximately, so go for option D in this case. There will be characteristics X-rays emitted because energy is sufficient. The graph between the mass of the liquid inside the capillary and the radius of the capillary is, now this is a very interesting thing, we say H is equal to 2s cos theta upon rho Ga, that is what we write. So what we say, H is inverse to A, and the mass would be proportional to volume would be pi A square H. So mass would be proportional to A square into H. So this would be proportional to a square into 1 by a. So mass is going to be proportional to a. So going by this, mass is proportional to a. So go for option C in this case. Screenshots were not properly arranged by me. An observer whose least distance of distinct vision is d views his own face in a convex mirror of radius of curvature r. The magnification produced cannot exceed. So what it cannot exceed in this particular case. So it's basically a subjective question where this has to be proved that it should not exceed that one, but they have given you to find it out. It's not an easy one. Let's say this is a convex mirror. We know for image to be seen, this I and let's say OI should be greater than or equal to t. So take the limiting case, let it be x and let this distance be d. So this becomes d minus x. Now apply the mirror equation. What you will have, 1 by v is what you have, d minus x, plus 1 upon u, which is minus 1 by x, is equal to 1 by f. So I can write it as 1 upon d minus x minus 1 by x. F is r by 2, so it would be 2 by r. So simplify this. What you will have, it would be 2x minus d upon xd minus x square equal to 2 by r. So to simplify it, what you will have, minus 2x square plus 2xd, and it would be here 2x into r minus r into d. That is what you will have. So it's a quadratic equation. I can simplify 2x square minus plus 2x, it would be r minus d minus rd equal to 0. This is what we are getting. This is a quadratic equation. So what we will have, two roots. X would be minus b if I write. So minus b, r minus d, it will become d minus r. So let's say it is d minus r plus minus under root of b square, that is r minus d whole square, plus what we will have, 4ac will lead me to what I can write. It would be r minus d whole square plus 4 2s are 8 rd. That is what I can write upon what we will have here. What we will have, okay, 2 was also there. I should have written it. It is 2x d minus r. So it is 2 and it would be 2. So it would be 4. I can take it out upon what we will have as 4. So 2 I can take it out. It would be d minus r plus minus r minus d whole square plus 2rd upon 2. So what we will be, d minus r plus minus, it will simply reduce to r square plus d square, that 2rd goes by 2. This is the value of the x that we are getting. Now what we have, x we know is going to be a positive value, it cannot be a negative value, so we will reject that particular value. So positive value is accepted. So x would be d minus r plus under root of r square plus d square by 2. Now magnification, if I have to do, let me write magnification equation, minus f upon u minus f. So it is minus r by 2, u was minus x minus f, that is minus r by 2. So it becomes r upon r plus 2x. That is what we can write. Magnification is r upon r plus 2x. So now what should I do? I will put this value. Oh my god, why they have given this question? This is a subjective IIT type problem. They have given it here. They are short of questions, so they are making a mockery of us. Let me try it. I don't want to try, but I have no option now. So r upon r plus 2x, that would be d minus r plus root of r square plus d square. That is what I am getting. 2 and 2 got cancelled. So it is r upon what we have now. This comes out as d plus under root of r square plus d square, if I have done it right. So this is what we are coming as. This is the magnification in this particular case. This is the maximum one. Nothing else will come better than this, because what we have, this x will be, you can say, the distance that we have got here. So this is the way, which is the option. This is option A that I am going to be taking it out here. So this is what we have got it here. So I don't know whether to, I will straight away advise, no, don't go for such questions until you are short, have plenty of time left. Stopping potentials to wavelength 4000, 4500 are this and this. Then the work function is what we can write. Stopping potential is given, so 1.3 eV is hc upon this lambda 1, let it be lambda 1 minus phi. 0.9 eV is hc over lambda 2 minus phi. So what we are searching for, we are searching for phi, So You could have directly got. Why we need two equations here? We can do it only with the help of the 1, I suppose. So with the help of the 1, I can directly go 1.3, that's C1240 upon 400 minus 5, this goes, this is 40, 4 upon 12.4, that is 3.1. So 5 would be 3.1 minus 1.3, which comes out as this is 2.2, I think 2.2 eV, so closest would be 2.3. Open pipe of sufficient length is dipping in water with a speed v vertically. If at any instant L is the length of the tube above water, then the rate at which fundamental frequency of the pipe is changing. So what we say, F is equal to, simply F is NV by 2L you can write. So Fe is okay, open pipe, so it would be, it is becoming a closed pipe now, so it would not NV by 4L, fundamental would be V by 4L, be clear, V by 4L. So this L is changing, this V is different, this V is speed of sound, so I can write it as C. So this is what we can say, for small changes what I can write, delta F by F would be what we can say, C by 4 as common, and it would be delta L by L square, you can directly say. So this is what we are getting. So, or you can write this 1 upon F or dF by dt, you can write as directly this 1 upon F dF by dt, or better we should have differentiated it with respect to time, that would be better. Directly differentiate with respect to time, dF by dt would be C by 4, it would be 1 by L square, magnitude I am taking dL by dt. So dL by dt is V, so it is C upon 4L square into V, that would be the answer. Go for option B in this case. Next one. Figure shows a network of 4 capacitors of capacitance is equal to C2, C3, C4, C connected to a battery like this. The ratio of charges on C2 and C4 is P by Q, then the value of P plus Q is. So where is this figure? Yes. So these two are in series, all three will have same charge. This will have charge C4V, so Q4 is C4V. And Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to Q3, that would be equal to C equivalent into V, and C equivalent would be 1 by C plus 1 by 2C plus 1 by 3C, that is 1 by C series. So this is 6C, 6 plus 3 plus 2 is equal to 1 upon C series, so C series comes out as 6 by 11C, so that is 6 by 11 CV. So what we have to do Q2 plus Q4, and the ratio of Q2 by Q4 would be 6 by 11 CV, and C4 is 4C, that is 4 CV. So this ratio is 6 by 44, so 44 plus 6 comes, smallest would be 3 by 22, so that would be 25 in this case. Don't go for 50, it is 25. Next. Rocket is to be launched from Earth in such a way that it never returns, that is escape speed. If E be the minimum energy delivered, the minimum energy that the launcher should have if the rocket is to be launched from the surface of moon is found to be E by N. What is the value of E by N? So what you can do, the density is taken and volume is 64 times, that means radius of moon is taken to be radius of Earth by 4. Okay, so that energy expression that you write basically is GMM by 2R, that is what you write, GMM by R, sorry, not 2R, GMM by R. So this is proportional to M and M. So this M and R, okay, this M and R ratio you have to take. So what we have in the case of moon, because radius is 1/4, volume is 1 by 64, so mass is M by 64 and radius is R by 4, so it is E by 16. So you can directly go for this value is 16, not tough one for you. Next one. Two trains moving along different tracks in opposite direction towards each other are put on the same track by mistake. Driver noticing mistake start slowing when they were 300 meters apart. Graph below show their velocities as a function of time. What is the separation when both have stopped? So what is the distance traveled by it? The first one is half into 10 into 40, that is 200 meters. This is half into 20 into 8, 160, 80. So gap remaining is 20 meters. Simply calculate the areas and you have done. Rear side of a truck is open, box of 2 kg placed on a truck 8 meter away from the open end. Truck starts from rest with an acceleration 2 meter per second square. Box will fall off because this mu s g is less than that. So what we can say, friction can only impart the maximum acceleration F equal to ma of box. So that is 0.1 into mg is ma of box. So in frame of a ground, so box will only accelerate with acceleration 1 meter per second square. Truck is going with 2 meter per second square. So if I see in frame of truck, I can visualize. So in frame of truck, the box is going with 1 meter per second square backwards and it has to cover 8 meter. So applying x is equal to ut plus half at square, initially it was at rest, so 8 is equal to half relative acceleration 1 into t square, so t square comes out as 16, t comes out as 4 seconds it will take to fall down from the, what we can say, from the truck. So it will take up but wait a minute, they have not asked for time. They have at a distance at the, when it is at a distance from the starting point. So in this 4 second, what we can say, what is the distance traveled by the truck? Truck distance would be ut plus half a of truck into t square. U is 0, truck acceleration is 2 into t square is 16, so it would be 16. So carefully see the question, otherwise I would have taken 4, it is not going to be right. Figure shows a block of mass m resting on a horizontal smooth floor at a distance L from a rigid wall. Block is pushed towards the right by a distance 3L by 2 and released from rest. Okay. When block passes through its mean position, another block of mass m1 is gently placed on it which sticks to it due to friction. The value of m1 so that the combined block just touches the left wall is. So what we have to do, we have to make that amplitude reduce. So amplitude will reduce because the Vmax will reduce, because initially the Vmax was omega naught into A naught, and finally that Vmax dash should become omega dash into new amplitude which would be 2/3 of A naught. So going by that ratio, because it is just at the mean position, spring force was 0, so what I can directly write m into Vmax would be equal to, from momentum conservation, m plus mv m1 into Vmax dash. So instead of Vmax dash, what I can put, mv max upon m plus m1 omega dash. Omega dash will be, let's say omega dash I am writing 2/3 A naught. Now divide these two. If I divide these two, m plus m1 upon m would be equal to 3 omega naught upon 2 omega dash, and omega naught upon omega dash, omega is root what you can say k by m, so it is inverse to m, so it is 3/2. I can write it as inverse would be m plus m1, and this would be, what I can say, it would be m. So what we are left with, what the choice we have, we can let's say, what I can write, 2/3 I can write it as m upon m plus m1 under root, so square it up. 4/9 is m upon m plus m1, so 4m plus 4m1 is equal to 9m, so m1 comes out as 5m/4 for me, so the value of neta comes out as 5. So this was today's paper. Thanks for watching.